Look, we all knew AI was coming for our jobs, probably to replace us with vaguely humanoid robots who are somehow worse at the job than we are. But did you know it's also coming for your passwords, bank accounts, and that weird photo of you dressed as a pirate from college that you really thought was deleted? Because buckle up, because that's what this video is about. How AI is making cybercrime scarier, more sophisticated, and frankly more efficient than your local post office. We're talking AI that can crack your passwords faster than you can say password 123, write phishing emails more convincing than your Uncle Gary's political rants, and even mimic your own voice with terrifying accuracy. It's enough to make you want to throw your computer out the window and live off the grid, subsisting entirely on foraged berries and the comforting glow of your flip phone. But before you embrace a life of Luddism and questionable hygiene, hold on, because in this video we're not just going to scare you with doom and gloom, though let's be honest, there will be some of that. We're also going to give you the tools you need to fight back. Think of it as self-defense, but instead of karate, it's learning how to not get catfished by a robot. Now let's start with the basics, passwords. Those little digital keys we rely on to protect everything from our online banking to our embarrassing teenage poetry blogs. Remember the good old days when hackers used what was essentially the digital equivalent of trying every key on a giant key ring to break into your accounts? It was time-consuming, inefficient, and honestly a bit amateurish. Well, those days are gone. Say hello to AI-powered password cracking, where artificial intelligence is basically turning the metaphorical keyring into a master key that unlocks everything. We're talking about machine learning algorithms that can analyze massive data sets of passwords, learn the patterns and common mistakes we all make, yes, you too, with your dog's name and birthday, and then use that information to guess your password with terrifying accuracy. Think about all those data breaches you've heard about over the years. Every single one of those leaked passwords, billions of them. They're not just sitting on some server collecting digital dust. They're being fed into AI systems that are basically training to become password-cracking ninjas. And here's the kicker. These AI systems don't get tired. They don't take coffee breaks. They don't get bored after trying a few million combinations. They just keep crunching data and spitting out passwords faster than a caffeine-fueled squirrel on a tiny treadmill. So, what does this mean for you? The average person who just wants to check their email without having their entire digital life hijacked? Well, it means that your trusty old password 123 or let me in 123 just won't cut it anymore. First and foremost, strong, unique passwords for every single account. And when I say strong, I mean strong. We're talking a passphrase with at least 12 characters, a random assortment of upper and lowercase letters, numbers, and symbols sprinkled in for good measure. You know, the kind of password that would make a cryptography professor shed a single tear of joy. Alright, let's talk about phishing, which, if we're being honest, has always been the internet equivalent of that creepy guy at the party who keeps trying to give you a drink, even though you've been politely declining for the past hour. But here's the thing. AI is giving these digital creeps a serious upgrade. Remember the old days of phishing emails, riddled with typos and grammatical errors? They were bad. Comically bad. Like you almost had to admire the sheer audacity of someone sending them. But those days are fading fast. Because AI is creating phishing emails so convincing, they make old attempts look like cave paintings. AI-powered phishing attacks can analyze your online behavior and craft eerily relevant emails. These AI systems can mimic the writing style of people you know and trust. So, that email from your bank, it might not actually be from your bank, it might be from an AI that's learned to mimic them perfectly. But don't panic. There are ways to spot these digital fakes. Always double-check the sender's email address. Look for any misspellings or extra characters. And always check URLs before clicking. Those links in phishing emails, they're like mysterious unmarked doors, so hover your mouse over it and take a good long look at the actual URL. Chapter 3. Deepfake scams and AI voice cloning, seeing and hearing is no longer believing. Alright, let's move on to the stuff that's less inconveniently believable scam, and more existential crisis-inducing nightmare fuel, deepfakes and AI voice cloning. Now if you've been lucky enough to avoid the depths of the internet where this stuff thrives, consider yourself lucky. Because we're talking about technology that allows anyone from bored teenagers to sophisticated criminal organizations to create incredibly realistic fake videos and audio recordings of real people. And I'm not talking about those blurry, obviously fake videos that your uncle shares on Facebook. These are high quality, practically indistinguishable from the real thing forgeries that can make anyone look like they're saying or doing just about anything. Imagine getting a video call from your boss, asking you to transfer a large sum of money to a new account. The voice is spot on, the mannerisms are perfect, even the blurry background of their home office is convincingly familiar. You wouldn't think twice, right? But what if it wasn't actually your boss? What if it was just a deepfake, a digital puppet being controlled by someone who wants to drain your company's bank account? And it's not just about money. This technology can be used to spread misinformation, manipulate elections, or even ruin reputations with fabricated evidence. It's the kind of thing that keeps cybersecurity experts up at night, clutching their coffee mugs and muttering about the inevitable robot uprising. The truly terrifying thing about deepfakes and AI voice cloning is that the technology is constantly evolving, becoming more sophisticated and harder to detect. What was once a blurry, unconvincing mess is now so realistic it can fool even the most discerning eye. But before you spiral into a paranoid abyss of existential dread, let's talk about what you can do to protect yourself. Because as with most things in life, knowledge is power. And in the age of deepfakes, a healthy dose of skepticism is your best defense. First and foremost, be wary of any unexpected requests for money or sensitive information, especially if they come through channels that are easily manipulated, like email or social media. If your boss suddenly messages you on a Saturday morning asking for your social security number, that should be a red flag. Chapter 4: AI-powered malware and bots. The robots are coming to steal your data. Okay folks, buckle up because we're about to dive into the deep end of the AI-powered cybercrime pool, AI-driven malware and bots. It's the kind of stuff that sounds like it's straight out of a science fiction movie, except it's very much real and happening right now. Remember the old days of malware? You know, those pesky little programs that would infect your computer, steal your data, and then leave you with nothing but a blue screen of death and a deep sense of regret for not backing up your files? Well, those days are about as gone as my hopes of ever understanding cryptocurrency. Because now, we're dealing with malware that's gotten a serious AI upgrade. We're talking about self-learning, self-replicating, and scarily intelligent programs that can adapt to your defenses in real time. It's like playing a game of digital chess against a grandmaster who can predict your every move before you even make it. These AI-powered malware programs can analyze your browsing habits, learn your system vulnerabilities, and even mimic your typing patterns to avoid detection. They can lay dormant in your system for weeks, silently gathering information and waiting for the perfect moment to strike. It's enough to make you want to wrap your computer in tinfoil and hide it in the basement. And then there are the bots. Oh, the bots. Those automated programs that crawl the internet, wreaking havoc and spreading chaos like digital locusts. Except these aren't your average run-of-the-mill bots that just spam comments on social media or try to sell you dubious pharmaceuticals. These are AI-powered bots that can learn, adapt, and evolve their tactics in real time. We're talking about bots that can impersonate real people on dating sites, write fake product reviews to manipulate your purchasing decisions, or even launch coordinated disinformation campaigns to sow discord and distrust. They're like the digital equivalent of a swarm of angry bees, except instead of stings, they inflict you with malware and identity theft. So, how do you defend yourself against these digital threats? Well, the first line of defense is, as always, awareness. So there you have it. The terrifying, fascinating, and slightly overwhelming world of AI-powered cybercrime. It's enough to make you want to throw your computer out the window, move to a remote island with no internet access, and live off the land, subsisting entirely on coconuts and the comforting sound of the ocean waves. But before you start packing your bags and investing in coconut opening tools, remember this: knowledge is power. The more you know about the threats that are out there, the better equipped you'll be to protect yourself and your data. So stay informed, stay vigilant, and stay one step ahead of the AI-powered cybercriminals. And hey, if you found this video even remotely helpful, do me a favor and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends, family, co-workers, that weird neighbor who always wears a tinfoil hat, basically anyone who uses the internet. Because in the fight against AI-powered cybercrime, we're all in this together. AI is a powerful tool, but in the wrong hands it can be dangerous. The best way to stay safe? Stay informed, use strong security measures, be aware of new scams, and always question what you see online. If you found this video helpful, hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to know.